Hello, I'm Jeff Tennant. Trading is closed on April the 8th, 2015. Let's review my last call at this price. At Tuesday's close, I said I expected to see 2071.53 print early in today's trade. What happened to that? Well, this is the futures market, and the overnight low in futures was 2064.50, which is equivalent to 2071.30 cash. 2071.30 cash is close enough for me. So in the futures market, the call worked perfectly. However, I only count prices that print during regular trading hours to satisfy mejt targets. So this has to be added to the list of failed targets. It should print at some time. Over 99% of these targets do, but there's no prediction as to when that'll happen. Oh, I also said what would happen at the 10:20 Eastern low would be critical. The low came about, what's the time here in the central time zone? 9:45, so 10:45, so it came 25 minutes late, and there was a reversal at that price, and it was kind of critical because that was the low of the day, except for this immediately reversed move here. I think there was FOMC announcement around this time, so you get wild swings like that. Well, during the day, mejt said ultimately lower prices would print, which they did. System said the move was a false move, prices would retrace, which they did. It said this rally was a false move, that prices would retrace to this blue line after this time, which they did. I'd like to call your attention to the mejt support resistance areas. All these horizontal lines are support and resistance. Note how we have resistance right at the low here and at the high. Note that we could not close a 5-minute bar inside this resistance area. So resistance has been holding. These bars here, these lines here, were signaled over here, and they were support and resistance for the rest of the day. No new target for tomorrow. Well, what's the significance of today's move? I guess I should have seen this as a wall into the close, although this, to me, makes it kind of iffy. If you look at a larger time frame, it could look like a wall. When you have a wall into the close, typically you have a gap up. We then undercut the low and find support there. That all worked. This drop here doesn't really fit with the pattern. It was a perfect opportunity for the bears to collapse the market, and that didn't happen. I have a few other indicators I use. This line I've talked about any number of times. Usually when it's broken and a straight line move down, we retrace to the line. That appears to be what happened yesterday. We had a straight line move down, we retraced to the line. Note that we have now got a series of lower highs and lower lows. Note also we stopped right at resistance. We also have resistance from this line here. We had a strong gap up today, and we couldn't hold the price at the close. So today's market really demonstrated resistance holding, and all we needed to do was to break through this low to have a big tank, and that did not happen. I still feel we're going lower at some time. I don't have anything saying it starts tomorrow. And the fact that we couldn't break down when we had a chance to is something I just can't ignore. So I'm not going to make a call for tomorrow. And that's today's report.